Flosstube. How are you guys? I hope you're all doing well. I'm Elizabeth with the Silver Scissor, and this is I think it's my 5th video. I know I've had some comments about people not being able to hear well. Hopefully we got the problem fixed last time. When I am doing it when I'm listening back to what I heard, it sounds okay, except for I did notice on my 2nd video that it was really bad static, and I don't know what that's from. It could be because I recorded it straight onto YouTube instead of onto the camera and then uploading it. So hopefully we have it fixed, and hopefully you can hear me and understand what I'm saying. But let me know again if you can't, and if you have any suggestions on how to fix it, let me know that too, because I don't really know what I'm doing. So anyway, today is September 8th or 9th. 8th. I think it might be the 8th. I think the 9th is tomorrow. Anyway, and so school has started. All of my kids are in school. My youngest, though, is preschool, so she's only 2 days a week. Excuse me. And she started this week. Tuesday was the parent orientation, so I went with her on Tuesday and stayed the whole time. Then Thursday she went by herself for the first time, and I went to Target, and I was thinking, oh my heck, this is my first time in like 15 years that I have been to the store by myself on a weekday when school was in session. So it was a big milestone for me. I think I'm actually going to like it. We'll see how it goes, but so far it was pretty nice. I could look at whatever I wanted for however long I wanted within a 2.5 hour time period. So that's kind of what our week has been. We had a bike race Monday for Labor Day. My oldest is on the bike team at his high school, and so we spent the day up at one of the ski resorts at this bike race, which was fun. It was his first one, so he's got another one next Saturday, which I won't be able to go to. I'm going to California this week with some friends, and then he's got other bike races coming up, and they're all over the state, so it should be fun. So I have been doing quite a bit of stitching, but most of it, I've kind of come to the conclusion that when I do like a different one every day, and like I've tried to rotate and do the different designated days that people have, like Witchy Wednesday or whatever, I feel like I work on it that day and I'm kind of on a roll, don't want to put it away, but I'll put it away to do it for whatever day it is, and then I'm not as in the mood to do it. So I think I've just got to go with what I want to, and I feel like I don't get things done very quickly that day. Like I have one, it's the summer schoolhouse samplers from With Thy Needle that I started in June, and I'm not even done with the first one, and I think it's because I haven't done like a long time period to work on it. So anyway, I'm trying to not feel like I have to do things on certain days and to just do what I want whenever, and if I'm on a roll, to just keep going. I just feel like I'm more accomplished that way, I guess. I have been totally in the mood for fall. I think I'm actually going to put my fall decorations up after this, and I'm hoping that I can find some of the things I've made in other years. I was actually going to grab for today some cross-stitch patterns and some embroidery that I have done, and they're in my basement, and I found them not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, and I had no idea where they were, and I forgot to pull them out before I started. So I will have those for you soon. But I also have, with my Christmas decorations and stuff, some other things that I've done, quilts and some Christmas quilts, and I've got stockings that I made for my kids that are wool felt. And anyway, so I was going to show you those, but they're all packed with the Christmas stuff, so I'm not getting them out until I get Christmas stuff out. But I think I do have some fall things, maybe. I think I have at least one cross stitch in there. So anyway, I hopefully will have those to show you next time. So let me get started with what I've been doing. I've been working on, this first one is the Thankful Quaker from Bank Creek. And this one's throwing me off, I've got to be honest. So I did this little thing and then started the turkey down here. And then the words will be up and around this way. But I have come to the conclusion that while I love the look of Quaker, I do best and make less mistakes when I do things that are all connected. So instead of having like little things everywhere, so like this is up here and then there's kind of a separate motif down here, like I kind of just need to connect them because I make a lot of counting errors. So I think on this one I unpicked like 3 or 4 times different altogether doing the whole thing. So anyway, I'm anxious to get this done, but for such a tiny little stitch, you would think that I would have more done from that amount of time, but I just keep having to unpick. So I am hoping that I can get this done quicker than I have been. Hopefully I've learned a few things. I don't remember if I mentioned it on here or not, but this fabric is some that I got from Joann's, and it's kind of a big piece in a little bag, and it was just white. And then I tea dyed it myself, which I don't drink tea, so I just kind of found the cheapest tea, and I hope that, anyway, I hope it works out long term. We'll see. And anyway, this fabric, when I started using it, it's kind of stretchy. And so I was using a bigger Q-snap, and it fit, but I felt like it was giving, I like my Q-snaps pretty tight. I feel like my stitches look neater if I've got tight. And I know everybody's opinion is different on stitching in hand or using a hoop or a Q-snap or whatever. But for me, I think my stitches look better if the tighter the fabric is. And so I just felt like it wasn't holding very well. So I ended up buying this little 6-inch one. And it was a lot smaller than I thought when I first got it, but I think it'll be good for doing little small things. But this has made a huge difference. I've only stitched it once since I've got this one, but it has made a huge difference. It just holds it, and it's smaller, so I don't feel like it has as much room as I'm to loosen up. Anyway, I really liked it. So there's my suggestion for you for the day. And then I had a new start. My plan was, as I finished things, to not start a new one till other things were done too. I think I have 7 whips, including the ones that I put away to do later. Like I put away all my summer ones, thinking, well, I'll start them back up maybe in January or something when we don't have holidays coming up that I want to stitch for. So anyway, my plan was to not start a new one so that I only have like 2 or 3 going at a time. And then I went to Shepherd's Bush on Wednesday, I went to Shepherd's Bush, and they had, so I had this pattern. This is Ghoul Tidings by Plum Street, and I should have grabbed the picture so you could see, because I don't have that much done. And you can totally see my clothes through here. This is very see-through. Anyway, I had everything for it, but I had like a light gray that I was going to do it on. I don't know how well you can tell on here. I wish I had a piece of paper to show you. But this is like, and I have no clue what fabric this is. They had a model done with this fabric, and when they have the models done, they have the fabric cut right there that they have used. And then they also stick a little paper in it that tells you any changes that they have made. So they had it on this fabric, and you probably cannot tell because you can see my shirt through, but it's modeled a little bit. The model is a little bit, it's not the same color as this, and it just looks kind of monochromatic on here. But in real life, it's kind of like a purple or red modeling, and it's just faint. Like at first I was looking at, I couldn't figure out even which was the back and which was the front, because I was turning it around and trying to figure it out. Let me see if I put, you can maybe see a little better there. I don't know. Anyway, so I decided while I was there, I wasn't going to get anything that had to do with this stitch. I was actually thinking I would maybe not start this one until next year. But when I saw it on here, I ended up getting this different fabric. And then they also, so this is all carriage black on the chart. It calls for carriage black for this and for the witch that's over here. But at Shepherd's Bush, they had used old purple paint and done the words and the year that comes over here. It's like 1960 or 1692 or something, and then the witch's dress. And they had used old purple paint. Well, if you were like me, or if your LNS is like mine, a ton of the Gentle Arts threads have been out for months. In fact, Wood Trail, I think we already talked about the Wood Trail situation that I had to order from somewhere else, and it's a totally different dialogue, but at least I have it. It's like that, and they said that they have been trying to get the old purple paint in along with Wood Trail. I know that I bought the last sarsaparilla, or either sarsaparilla or nutmeg, one of the two that I bought the other day, was out. or I bought the last one. But anyway, they're having a hard time getting the colors in, so hopefully soon. But I didn't want to wait, so I just kind of went through, you know, all the different brands, purples that I thought looked kind of similar and that I liked on that, and I ended up going with Grape Arbor, and I love it. It was pretty variegated, so I feel like it's so hard to see because this fabric is very see-through. This kind of feels like a week's fabric, but I don't know. I will have to ask next time I go if I remember. But anyway, it's pretty variegated, and I love it. I think it's my new purple. And this is, so General Arts Grape Arbor is what this is, and I really like it. And like I said, I don't know what the fabric is, but I'll have to ask. One thing I've noticed though is my back is getting so tired when I stitch on it. I feel like, so usually when I stitch, I have like a little, like a kind of a TV tray, but it sits on my lap, like a lap one, and it kind of makes me sit up, and so I don't have, like, I'm not as hunched over, you know. But with this, I feel like I can't see it unless my lights from my, I don't have an OT light or anything. I kind of want one though, so if you have suggestions on which one to get, let me know. But I feel like I have to like bend over it, like hold it in my lap and kind of look over it so that the lights from the ceiling shine through the holes or something. And sorry, I dropped it. Just because it's darker, I don't know if that's what it is, but I feel like I'm having a harder time seeing the holes on it than I do on lighter colored fabric. And this is probably the darkest I have ever done, so I don't know if that's like a typical thing when you do darker fabrics or what. But if you have any suggestions, I would love to hear them. Okay, next I have Harvest Keeper, and I can't remember if I had worked on it since I last did a video, so this might be a repeat. But I did this little flower and the bee. Where's the bee? Oh, the bee. The bee is new, and then this. And I cannot remember how long ago I did it. I've been wanting to get back to this, and I haven't yet, and I need to. But I am loving the beehives. They are so cute, so fun. This is 32 count Country Mocha Belfast linen. Oh, this is not 32 count. This is 36. I think I talked about that last time. The 36 and the 32. I feel like with this one, I cannot work on it for very many days in a row because I feel like I get headaches. I think I talked about this last time too, that we've had a lot of smoke because of the fires. And so I feel like I have been kind of getting headaches and feeling like my eyes are tired. And I kind of think part of it is the smoke. So hopefully as things are starting to clear up, I can get working on it a little bit longer. But I am excited to get this one stitched up and finished and hung up. Oh, I was talking about new starts before with the Ghoul Tidings, and I had said that I wasn't going to do them and start again, and then I did. I saw it there, and then I came home, and in the store, this fabric did not look as modeled as it did on their sample that they had. So when I got home, I pulled it out, and I was like, oh, it is like that. I just love it, and I thought, I can't wait. I've got to start it. I've got to start it. So I did. But it's kind of a small one. Not a small size altogether, but there's not a ton to do, if that makes sense. So hopefully it will be quick. Then the last one that I've been working on, and the other new start, is this Jack's Bash from Plum Street. Oh, the last two are Plum Street too. So Plum Street, and this is also Country Mocha, and this one is 32. So I don't have a ton done. I started, I don't know how well you can see, this little tiny acorn that kind of, I think it looks like a pear once I did it. It doesn't look like it on the chart, but it does here. But this is my first ever 1/1, and it, I don't think I would want to do an entire project 1/1. It kind of made me, there's a needle in that. It kind of made me, I kept thinking, am I repeating? Am I going over where I was before? The back on it seems really thick to me. You can kind of see right there. That's the acorn. And then I've also been doing the 10th stitch on the words. Let's see. I don't know how well you can see it from there. Anyway, I've never done that either, and I kind of wanted to get moving on it because there's a lot of it. And so I wanted to get that in, and I also wanted to get down to where the grass is, because there's like a thick layer of grass here, like a little hill kind of thing. And so I want to get it done, or I want to be working on it so I can go up here and do a little bit and then go down here till I get sick of it and then come do something else. So that's why I'm kind of going down, so I can get these two things done with the words, and then down here as I am working on everything else. But so this is where I am on that, and this one is addicting. And like I said, I made myself put it away to finish another one because I was so close to a finish on bobbing for pumpkins. So I made myself put it away like Monday or something, and then I just didn't get back to it because I thought I would start another one, and then I wanted to work a little bit on the Thankful Quaker to get it done. And so anyway, that's what I've been doing this week. But now I'm back to this, and I will probably work on it until I go on my trip on Thursday, and just get a good portion done. I've been trying to decide if I'm going to take stitching with me. I can't read in the car, and I can't stitch in the car because I get a little bit car sick. And I'm kind of thinking, last time I went on a plane, I think it was January, and it was in the middle of the night. We did a red eye, and that was not fun. I don't think I will ever do that again. If I'm going to, I don't know. If things would have worked out with the cruise ship we were meeting a little bit better, maybe it would have been okay because I could have taken a nap. But we didn't get a nap, and it was kind of terrible. And so I just felt like, oh, I just don't do well when I'm tired. So anyway, I don't think I'm going to take stitching with me because I don't think that I can do it on the plane. And our plane trip, it's only like an hour and a half from here to California. And anyway, then we're going to be at the beach and stuff, and I think I'll be hanging out with my friends, not doing stitching. So anyway, that's where we are on that. So I won't have as much stitching going on this week. But I do have a couple of things that I have fully finished. The first one is Witch's Night Out by With Thy Needle. And so I just stuck it in the frame. I am definitely a frame finisher. I think the little pillows are super cute, but I have kids, and even the pillows on my couch get tossed off, thrown around. I just feel like if they were in a little basket or something, they wouldn't go well. I think that they would get touched and played with by children. So anyway, I am a frame finisher, and I also like it to be fairly plain. Like, I don't like stuff sticking on it, because I feel like I look at that and then I don't notice the stitching as well. And I feel like if I spent all this time, hours and hours stitching something, I want to notice this first, not whatever I have glued or decorated around the frame. I just want the focal point to be the stitched piece. So I've got this. Let me see. You can kind of see. And I get most of my frames at Home Goods. And we also have a Marshall's down there, which is Home Goods, same company. There's a TJ Maxx fairly close as well. And so those are all kind of related. And sometimes if one doesn't have what I'm looking for, the other one will. There's also a Ross right there that has frames that I use sometimes. But I'm kind of a cheap framer, so that's where I get most of them. This one, it's 5x7 frame, and I want to say it was like $7 or $8. So most of their frames that are that size are that price. There's some cheaper. I've gone and gotten a whole bunch when they were on clearance and stuff like that, and I think I've gotten them for as little as $4, but that's kind of how I roll, because framing can be expensive. So I also got bobbing for pumpkins done. That was the one that I was trying to get done and put the other one away for. So bobbing for pumpkins, I feel like so I just used, it called for crochet thread or something, and I didn't have it, and I didn't want to buy it just for this little 6-inch piece or however long it is. So I used floss, and it looks a little bit bright to me. I kind of wish I would have used a beige or something like that. Especially when I hold it up here on camera, it looks super bright. It doesn't look as bright in real life as it does on camera. And then this is another, no, I keep wanting to say Hobby Lobby, or Hoblob as I usually call it. This is a Home Goods frame as well. And I believe this one was about $8, and this is an 8 by 10 size. So, here's With Thy Needle. With Thy Needle. Bobbing for Pumpkins by With Thy Needle. And I've been putting out my Halloween decorations as soon as if I get them finished, my Halloween stitches, because I don't want to put them away. I just got finished with them. Okay, my last finish, also a Hobby Lobby, I don't know why I keep saying Hobby Lobby, Home Goods frame is Cinnamon Stars by Plum Street. There's the entire thing. And I don't remember, I think this frame was maybe 15, it's a little bit bigger. I think is it 9 by 12 or 12 by, I can't remember, but it was a little bit more, but I think it was still like 15 or something, so cheaper than most places. For this one, I used called for colors, but I did put the rum raisin in a few extra places, and I did put this one's chrysanthemum, and I put it over here at least. I can't remember where else. And then I didn't end up doing the little, there was like a little flower stem on the bottom of the pumpkins that I wasn't really sure I liked. Oh, and I changed the shirt color over here. So, but other than that, it's the same, and this is Stormy Night, Stormy Sky, Stormy Night Belfast on 32 count as well. So that's this one. And this one, it took me about 3 weeks to do, and I did it, I stitched mostly this and a couple other things out. Like maybe like 4 or 5 days a week I worked on this one, and did the others just occasionally. So, and I'm going to try and do that, I think, from now on, because it was nice to have a big one done fairly quickly. But I've got to finish up all the other things I've got going first and stop starting new things. So, I think that is all I have. So it's a short video. I hope you guys all had a good Labor Day. I'd love to hear about it. And, oh, what have I forgot to do shout outs. So I've been watching Nicole's needlework, and her videos go back at least 2 years, and it's so fun to watch. I love her stitching. It's so fun to see because she just has so many that are finished. So if you haven't checked her out, I would definitely go do that. I think she's the one that I have been watching, the new one that I have been watching the most. I've also been watching Snug Harbor Crafts, and it's fun to watch them because they're really close to me. They're another one that is super close. So I know all the places that they're talking about going and whatever. So it's kind of fun. So go check out those two. I think that's all that I have for today. So it's a super short video, but hopefully I will be back. Probably not next week because, like I said, I'll be out of town, but hopefully the next week. If I have enough stuff done to show you by then, I will come back and hopefully show you some of my fall things as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.